Alright, so I just I just watched Thunderbolts, and at first I didn't have any expectations for this movie, or I originally wasn't gonna see it until I saw reviews. When I saw the reviews, I was intrigued to see this movie. So so I saw it, and boy oh boy, it does not disappoint like any other Marvel movie. Because the reviews were so high for this movie, and let me just say, it did not disappoint. It was really good. So, I'm gonna dive into spoilers, because I can't really explain my review without spoiling. So let me dive into the spoilers. So Thunderbolts, they like all the characters in this movie have like emotional trauma, and that's what brings them all together as like a team. Every single one of the characters has like a certain part that they can, like, everybody in the team just fits. So we start off with Yelena, which she has this whole monologue about how um she's depressed, she's alone because Natasha died. So yeah, so she's depressed, and she does doing missions is her job, and she goes on this one mission where she gets trapped. He has a bounty. Her bounty is Ghost, and this is where they all like meet up, like, cause Val, the organizer for all of these missions, like traps all of them, and like sets different bounties for each person. So they all get trapped, and they all meet each other, and they're like all fighting and stuff like that. And Taskmaster makes an appearance. So now, when I tell you, I was originally hoping that she dies. In that case, she got like maybe 5 minutes of screen time. Cause meanwhile they're hiding, she gets headshotted in the head by Ghost. And it was so funny to me. I was dying laughing. I was so happy. And yeah, and they all started like, after she died, they all started like looting her corpse, and I just find that really funny. Bucky has, like, Bucky is just there helping out the team and aura farming. Like, I'm not even kidding you. Bucky in this movie is sick. Like, when I tell you, he's just over here helping out the team, goddamn aura farming, and he was just there. He was just there. Now let me get to the rest of the characters. So Red Guardian was the easily one of the most funniest parts of this whole movie. Like every time he had a scene, I would just find it funny. He had some really funny scenes in this movie and some good scream time. But most of the scenes were really funny. Yelena was also pretty good in this movie. She was like the main character, and what's interesting, and I'm about to get it into the point soon, but like all of these characters, they all have like a dramatic backstory, which brings the whole group together. U.S. Agent was like pretty funny. Also, Walker, he was getting roasted so much. It was pretty funny. Now I'm gonna get into the villain now, which is Century slash Void. And let me just a peak villain. It was so good. Okay, so let me explain. So when they're all fighting in the vault and they're like captured, they like get out by this explosion that Ghost makes, because they all figured out that they all been trapped here to kill each other, and Val's trying to kill them, all of them, in this vault. So they all realize that they're gonna get killed, and so they team up. And when Ghost makes the explosion out of the vault, Century like bumps into like, or kind of touches Yelena, and this is what's really interesting. If Century touches you, you like see like your trauma. You're like very, you relive your trauma basically, and I find that really interesting and really cool. So, uh, Century uh has some really cool scenes in this movie. So, after they all team up, they capture Century, and he's like, no, I don't wanna, they kind of like manipulate him into uh fighting against them, like the whole group. So like the basic, I'm gonna try to put this in the most simplest way possible, cause I don't want to spoil any more. But basically, what happens is that when he's manipulated, they give him this the suit, like the yellow ghost suit, and like Val lures them into the tower, and so they fight. And let me just say, Century has he had the most aura while fighting him. Then I mean, when literally when Walker was fighting him, he literally Century literally grabbed his shield and turned it into a taco shield. Like, and they made a lot of during that scene. They made like a lot of invincible references. I can't put the title card here because I don't want to get copyrights strike. But anyway, he had the most aura farming besides Bucky. I feel like Bucky farmed the most aura in this movie. Now, then he like turns on Val and he's like, you you told me that I was a god. So why would a god be taking orders from you? And then Sentry turned on Val and like chokes her, and then Mel comes in, presses the little button on her trading. You know how like in movies they always have like this device for the person manipulating the person to be evil has like this little device for them to go to sleep. Yes, well that's basically what Mel pressed, and um when she did that they got out of there. And Century's body turns into like the void. And let me just say, that was the most quickest, like, I'm not even joking you. The movie turned from Century, like, fighting everyone, to the void just turning the whole city into shadows and shit. Like, it's so. That was like, oh this is getting good. So, when Century is turning everything into shadows, or should I say, void, Yelena just is like in front of the shadows, and she closes her eyes and walks into the shadows, and I wouldn't say she died. She just turns into the shadows with like the rest of them. So like to so then Yelena goes throughout her all her traumatic memories until she finds Bob. And so Bob is trying to tell her that that he's he doesn't wanna be alone anymore, and the whole room like turns into like a trap, and they're trying to escape it. So then the other Thunderbolts show up and go through their traumatic memories, and I'm surprised they didn't show the others' traumatic memories. And then so Bucky says, "Oh yeah, I've had a great past, so yeah." And so they're all trying to break out of the shadows so they can stop Void. So then, when Void finally shows up, he's like, "You, you can't be me. You have always been alone," and that he has like this whole monologue. So basically, they all defeat Void with like this huge friendly hug, cause Bob was alone. So then they all have to like Bob was like beating up Void, and then all of them had to like group hug Bob so they can defeat Sentry, which in my opinion, it's a very anime aspect of killing the villain. But yeah, yeah, the movie was really good. I hope you guys like this video and go watch Thunderbolts. It's really good. I would give this movie a solid 9 out of 10. Very good. Alright, bye guys.